President Bola Tinubu has praised Ondo State for 50 years of steady growth, describing it as a model of purposeful leadership. Speaking at the Golden Jubilee in Akure, Tinubu, represented by Minister of Interior Oludbumi Tuji-Ojo, highlighted achievements in education, infrastructure, and human capital development. Ekiti Governor Abiodun Yebanji and the former Ondo Governor Olusegun Mimiko also commended the state's unity and progress, while Governor Loki Aiyedatiwa reaffirmed his commitment to sustainable growth, investment and traction, and improving residents' welfare. Ekiti State Governor Abiodun Oyebanji has congratulated former Governor Otunba Adeniyi Adebayo on his 68th birthday, praising his contributions to the state's socio-economic growth, national development, and progressive politics. Oyebanji hailed Adebayo as a mentor, role model, and pillar of Fourth Republic, wishing him long life, good health, and continued success. The Lagos State House of Assembly has ordered an immediate halt to demolitions in Makoko, Kwafon, and Donguro amid tensions over expanding demolition zones. Lawmakers met community leaders to discuss the $10 million water city project, promising compensation and transparency. Deputy Chief Whip Nohim Adams emphasized residents' involvement, warning that the Assembly would not allow citizens to be displaced without due process. The Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) has accused Ibadan Southwest local government in Oyo State of destroying railway infrastructure worth millions of naira. NRC warned it will take all necessary security, administrative and legal measures to protect its assets and prevent future encroachment along railway corridors nationwide, describing the incident as worrisome reports. Nigeria attracted 4 of 7 major final investment decisions (FIDs) in Africa between 2024 and 2025, signaling renewed investor confidence. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Senator Enekin Lopobiri, said this at the 2026 Nigeria International Energy Summit. Reforms under President Tinubu, including the Petroleum Industry Act, asset transfers, and subsidy removal, have boosted crude production, expanded active rigs from 14 to 60, and positioned Nigeria as a competitive hub for oil and gas investment in Africa. President Bola Tinubu has said Nigeria's reform program is irreversible, insisting that his administration would not retreat from economic changes despite early difficulties. Tinubu made the remarks on Tuesday in Abuja while receiving the World Bank delegation at the State House alongside Vice President Kashim Shettima. The delegation was led by Anna Jade, Managing Director of Operations at the Global Lender. The National Examination Council (NECO) has announced the release of 2025 Senior School Certificate Examination (SSCE) external results, with over 80% of candidates scoring 5 credits and above. The results were announced on Tuesday by NECO Registrar and Chief Executive Officer Professor Dantani Wushishi during a press conference held at the Council's headquarters in Minna, Niger State. In business, the federal government says that Nigeria aims to achieve gas production of 10 billion standard cubic feet per day (BSCFD) by 2030, positioning natural gas as key to energy security and economic growth. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Dr. Eperipe Epo, said domestic gas supply exceed 2 BSCFD for the first time, with progress in infrastructure, gas-to-power projects, and environmental performance. He urged collection action to build a cleaner, reliable, and development-driven energy system under President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. And now to entertainment stories. Movie producer Stanley On Top has clarified reports about Angela Okorie's safety following her release from Suleja prison. On top, dismissed earlier claims that police were waiting to rearrest the actress, reassuring fans that she is safe. Social media reactions were mixed, with some expressing relief, while others questioned his previous updates amid lingering confusion online. Meanwhile, renowned gospel singer and worship leader Dr. Ron Kennedy has died at 81, prompting tributes from artists around the world. Nigerian Minister Nathaniel Bassey described him as a generational inspiration, while Kennedy is remembered for timeless worship songs like Majesty and Sing Out that shaped modern gospel music and left a lasting global legacy. And now to sports. Arsenal reached the Carabao Cup final after a 1-0 win over Chelsea at the Emirates Stadium, 4-2 on aggregate. Kai Havertz scored a decisive goal on a counter-attack. The Gunners will face either Newcastle or Manchester City in the final at the Wembley on March 22. And finally, on the foreign scene, the United States has deployed a small military team to Nigeria to enhance cooperation in combating terrorism, confirmed by AFRICOM Commander General Davin R.M. Addison and Nigerian Defense Minister Christopher Musa. The contingent, focused on intelligence and support for Nigerian forces, marks the first official U.S. presence on the ground since December airstrikes following pressure from Washington over attacks on Christians by Islamist militants. That's Ayaba Newsroom Highlights as edited by Compassion Adebayo. I am Caleb Obisheson. Thank you for listening.
Number one. There is something magical about those two words. For you to be number one radio station, you've got to be number one in the reading book of your listener. The number one station they can rely on for up-to-date news, sport news, maximum entertainment. The only station they can depend on anywhere, anytime, for everything. Talk of these qualities, and that's us you're talking about, because we see and we know better. Ayoba 95.1 FM, your number one lifestyle radio.
Stay on the radio. I had your mouth in my stay on the radio. When I get back to you, stay on the radio. We hear